Chamgei mising chitab Kalenjin amang'u ale chamegei eng olda tugul ole tesetai yenyorune tugetab Kass TV eng saishechu. Kakoit kasarta nebo logoiwekab emet eng koindo nesomonwok kwane Bernard Koech kibotokei ak Naomi Cherotich eng kebeberta nebo kabarunoik araitakat ketestai. Kitaune county nebo Nandi ole eng yautiet nemobo kotugul kokanyor toretet kobun ofisekab police chebo Kapsabet kipsomaniat agenge kobun kokwetab Kipture eng county noto bo Nandi asikomuch kotestai ak somanenyi. Korutochi ketesietab police Sandra Cheptoo akosom toretet nebo school fees ak shopping kosubkei ak nekomakotindoi kamuget sigikchi ak eng nguni kotetat kotokchigei ine sukulitab tibik nebo Ndalatka. Kinyoru Cornelius Keter ak ripoti noto eng koindo.
Sandra Cheptoo ko kipsomaniat nekosomani sukulitab Kipture Primary ole konyor pointishek 55 eng tiemutikab grade 9 ak kekur sukulitab tibik nebo Ndalatka nemitei kot neing'ate ng'atutik nebo Mosop ole kosubkei ak kamuget nematindoi sigikyik koek nyiganatet kokotil kwo kocheng toretet eng ketesietab police nebo Kapsabet asikomuch kotestai ak somanenyi.
Nimekaa nyumbani for 2 weeks.
Iko na title?
Nilikuwa nataka niende Ndalatka. Nimekaa nyumbani for 2 weeks. Then nikafikiria tu nikasema acha tu niende police station. Sikuwa nakuja kuripot. Nilikuwa nakuja tu kuomba msaada. If wanaweza nisaidia in any way. Nikakuja, nikapatana na officers. Nikawaeleza story yangu. Hawakunifukuza. Sikuambia mtu yeyote home kuwa nakuja hapa. Nilitoka tu nikakuja mwenyewe. Sikuenda sehemu nyingine. Kasema tu acha niende kwa polisi in case of anything nitakuwa safe. I want to become a doctor or a police.
Kamwa komanda nebo police eng county nebo Nandi Samuel Mukusi kole kakwautiet nekoib Cheptoo komabat kain tugul ole kale tomo konyoru kipsomaniat nerutochin kap police asikosom toretet ole ngano kokaimuch askarichoto kokoi toretet Cheptoo nebo shopping koboto school fees akomut ine akoi sukul asikomuch kotestai ak kipsomaninik alak.
I want to pronounce very confidently that this year we are going to make sure she will go through her studies without any problem. Maybe from next year, other stakeholders will come on board just to see to it that her dreams are realized. I think it's a very unique issue because police are not normally associated with this kind of gesture. We are always associated with assisting people who have been assaulted or maybe people who have problems related to crime. But this morning, we are happy to say that we are supporting a less fortunate kid to realize her dream. I really want to encourage Kenyans to come forward. Let's interact. Let's build a working relationship, build good trust so that if there are issues, we can easily come in handy to address their problems.
Eng komastanyi kowekyi kongoi principal nebo sukulinotok bo Ndalatka Susanto askarichotok bo Kapsabet eng toretet nekoikochi chebotok akomwa kole wendi sukulinotok kotoreti Cheptoo akoi kowong somanenyi nebo secondary.
Nataka nimshukuru mkuu wa polisi jimbo la Nandi kwa kusikia kilio cha msichana huyu na kuwakutanisha wenzake wote kuhakikisha kwamba msichana huyu amepata mahitaji yake ya kimsingi ya kumwezesha kufika shuleni siku ya leo. Sio hiyo tu, walihakikisha kwamba wamefikisha shuleni na kumsajilisha hapa. Tunawashukuru sana.
Ningependa kuwashukuru sana hawa polisi wetu ambao wamejitokeza. Jinsi ambavyo wametuonyesha ni njia ambayo kila Mkenya anastahili kuifuata. Usimwache Mkenya mwenzako ateseke.
Kongete taunitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Katestai kurset eng rwoikab emoni koistogei yautik chemanyolu cheimuch kokochi icheket kenomchi lelutiet noto nebo boisietab kerichek chetese kimnotet eng borto anan doping. Ole kamwa LOC secretary nebo labatetab Barngetuny Mountain Run noto ko Peter Sang kole chechang eng rwoikab emoni komaingen tuguk chemakat koistogei asimakinyorchi koimutik choto bo doping. Ole kamwa kole makat eng rwoik koker kole kacheng naet neo kotinygei ak kerichek cheimuch koboishe eng kasarta nekoimionso asimat koboishe kerichek chemoyonotin choto cheimuch kowech sekta nebo labatet. Kabinet eng kasarta nekikotestai kwo barak koitetab rwoik chekenomchin lelutiet noto nebo doping eng emoni ak eng sang nebo emoni.
Amache kongoi serikali amu mi tai kikon chomchinet kobun bunge kerib kele rwoik ko at least ko rwoik ko urik tugul chebo mpiret, cherwoe, chebi swimming, chemite football. Ko netai korok amache amwochi rwoikyok anan urikyok chebo Kalenjin ale ongerib borwekyok. Sana chechang chekinomchin kerichek komachamenwa. Chechang kondo underlying cases chebo mionwogik. Ko kamache asom rwoikyok ak serikalisyek chebo county nebo Kericho, county nebo Nandi, county nebo Uasin Gishu, Trans Nzoia, Bomet ak Nakuru nebo rwoikyok. Ko kiaban takitariek cheribe rwoikyok. Sikondo an athlete miondo kuno nedalaji. Komu kerichekab allergy. Kuba mkimbiaji kama kongen. Komutaka nye testen out of competitions kenamda kerichek. So chechang eng Kenya kumelen kele ame kerichek ko kamache amu so labat. Chechang konyoeke. So challenge nekinoto kuno amu economy nekitinye kumamuch kenyoru a specific doctor for a specific athlete. But kama mwa misa mu athletics Kenya kunda kanetishet neo missing neneti athletes ngamsi nda kanetishet neo neneti coaches. Kukamoja mwa rwoik coaches alonge toretke perwoik ndo underlying challenges ko contribute mapema semana rwoik choge kumi off guard. Labatera ning Kenya ko brand. Ko athletics Kenya in every championship awote ni meeting rate komitei koyagu athletics Kenya timitab adak. Konyo gonet rwoik kergeche actives chebo sign attack anan ko chmarwai. Komitei workshop na clinic negineti sige mwonyin kile kerichek chu ko je prohibited. Kerichek chu ko ma prohibited lakini lazima gekon kokon report daktari mapema. Semat ke accusation na athlete poch. Nebo yang asame serikali ta institutions ko ge deploy ko institution mu talent ke bikene janano la janengun. Ko yegi ngalagab doping ke ko a part of syllabus in school section lagog agra lagi nyu ke state art cup nebo tambole ga sabam kilometer nayat. So ila information nyor nayat onyo nayat lawo kyo ko chimengeji agiven sigik malasa mbaginet in lerwe jege even sigik inet kiyoto mo ko meji gerib labatane kirib ke wotitab college.
Kachut betutab oeng eng betutab rani tuyetab MPs eng komasta nebo Naivasha eng county noto nebo Nakuru ole ngolole kotinygei ak chopchinetabgei nebo kasoldaitab boisionikab bunge komait keat bunge eng arawet nenyone. Eng inguni komite taitab MPs joto cabinet secretary nebo tililindo Aden Duale nengolole kotinygei ak tetutik cheterter chetesetai kosuldoi ministry nenyindet mising ko tetutiet nekikotestai koityi kaimutik noto nebo Social Health Authority anan SHA ak mache kebe agenge eng agenge akoi komasata bo Naivasha asikepchi ng'alaletab Aden Duale.
Charging you consultancy fee of 10,000 or 8,000 and you have another doctor charging you 2,000. There must be a standard. There is a standard in among lawyers. There is a standard among engineers. There is a standard fee that architects can charge you. We must have, and I am sure I can see Professor Golicha looking at me, but sometimes we have to say it the way it is. We have to say it because we are defending the Kenyan patient. Honorable Speaker, just to highlight, because it's a matter before court, the importance of the U.S. government, Kenya Health Collaboration. This partnership provides over $300 million annually in support of our HIV, malaria, and TB programs. As we move towards the sunset of some of this international support, and I want to thank this House, Kenya was the only country that was allowed to come and sign in State Department. We were the first country to sign globally. And we were the first country that were allowed to sign in Washington, D.C. And that's how important Kenya is a leader in the healthcare. And many countries want to learn the universal health coverage and SHA from us. And most of it is because of the laws that you have passed.
Yakatestai ak logoiwekab emet kotekemite county noto bo Nakuru kokakomongei alage eng membaek chebo chamaitab UDA eng county nebo Nakuru ako kot kosubet ng'alalet nekokon President William Ruto nenet ko party leader nebo chamait noto bo UDA nekomwa kole kiketchinigei lewenisiet nebo chama eng komoswek chekimoimongei membaek chechang kou ole makat eng lewenisiet nekokiyai eng komoswek chebo gaa anan grassroots elections.
Mi ngalek chekong'alane president about leaders chemamongei kobo kobir kura anan komongei kotoret biik kobo kobir kura. Ako noton nekayai kewekchingei these grassroots elections kuyu komwoe president. Ameche asom kandoik chok ongemong'un makitinye patit age. Patit nenyon ku nebo UDA akikere kokokimit chamaini kokobwa chamaisiek alak affiliated parties like KANU, KUP. Ani sahi kemite negotiations chebo ODM party kochutu orit koibu mwaita nebo samakiande akeba keilen wilbaro ini kowa straight akoi Singapore. So ameche asomok kole matokany sikeripchin patit amu patini ko nenyon. Patini ko nenyon. So ngekimit patini nyon akemong'u ne kechuru kemong'un ne nebo imanit ongemong'un ne akekime kenai kele kim pati nenyone. So ameche asom chi tugul karon kokukursa nebo grassroots omong'un oye konyo omong'un biik chok ongeti chama ini amu legacy nemetun kometo President Ruto ko legacy nebo biikab kolejin ma legacy nebo chito agenge. Satun kong'eto ako chito age nebo koleji kelene oye mi chito nekiyai ko kiyarab Moi kuikere president nenyo ku reseni ba nebo community nenyo. So omong'un biik chok okokany kekilgei kesomen ng'echeroshek eng chama ini nyo bo UDA.
Yakatestai ak logoiwekab emet kokakomongei membaek chebo local organizing committee nebo labatetab Barng'etuny nebo Tinderet Barng'etuny Mountain Run choto chekaindochini nebo ng'echeret noto ko Joel Kemei, Peter Sang ne inendet ko LOC secretary koboto Eric Barng'etuny nenamu mbaret nekokiyai labatetab kenyini ako wekta kongoi koiti sponsors tugul biikab emet koboto kandoik chekotoret eng kasuldaetab labatetab kenyini nekokiyai eng tarik 17 nebo arawani ole kamwa icheket kole kokotoi tetutik chebo chopchinetabgei nebo 6th edition nekiyoe eng arawet netai eng kenyit nenyone nebo 2027. Kang'alaldos icheket eng karonetab rani eng studio nebo Kass TV.
Amache amwa the sponsors chekitindoi amache amwochi kongoi amu one of them ko KCB Kass FM nekit amiten nguno studio eng betutab rani koboto alak ku PK KCB ak alak chekikonech that good support eng betunoto. Amache amwochi kora kongoi the locals amu kiimuch kobwa betunoto asikobit kokerchigei ak ichek chekiimuch kwalda tugukwak eng betunoto akinyorchigei chepkondok.
Edition nebo 6th edition.
In the 6th edition amache ale kitindoi keret neo missing asikobit keyai kosir the 5th edition. Missing kemoche labatani koek labatet neinegei eng Nandi mobo Tinderet labatani kobo Kenya bo Nandi ak the entire country. Kimong'u as kele nyokochang'aitu biik missing ak kesome kora a lot of sponsors asikobit kobwa asikobit kokerchigei. Kenya Tourism Board nekitindoi tugul partnership amache amwa kongoi missing amu ndama ichek kobwa Taptengele asikobit komut koek a channel nebo ng'alekab tourism eng Tinderet ak Nandi kwa ujumla ko nekit amwa alenen kongoi missing.
Kenyini bo 2026 kokinye labatet eng tarik 17 nebo Tinderet ako koborwech chechang kabisa kosubkei ak registration nekokayai. Elite athletes kokinye rwoik 800 ko lagokab sukul chekoristoni on that the material day ak the previous day kingokolektoni elite athletes running numbers kokonye at least 1500. So total number of athletes to were Tinderet Mountain Run ko biik 3,200.
Koma kaya 5th edition amu kokinyoru turnout nemi barak ak toek cheechen kokiboiboi missing amu kikekur organized by AK ko kele ini kenyit nenyone nebo 6th edition tieme ke som kora taek chebwonei kobwa akoboto Dr. William Ruto, His Excellency, nyoko witnessen akine amu kingebe bitonin keibu gold ak silver, bronze we brought, so we're happy about our labatenyo. Kokenai nguno ole kimeche ke adjustan, ke improven, ko kelen kora angot taek chebwonei kitinye challenge eng korik chemenyei, kemeche ke encouraging the locals kotekso ako sikobit kenyini nyone kenyoru accommodation akora ruai kora ko amu kokenaake ko ke labate nguno kibendi barak akeweke ngony kotesakse kora ruaik labatik chebwone eng kenyini nyone amu kokonaak. Kiwekchini kongoi kora en patron nenyo nekoimuch kochengwech sponsors, that is Mheshimiwa Meli, ak biik chekiibwa tugul sponsors ku Kenya Commercial Bank, ku Magical Kenya neindochin June Chepkemei, ko kelechini kora kongoi amu kikonamech eut ako kokenaake biik tugul chekimuch kobwa ku AK ak biik tugul sponsors tugul chemamuch amwa alechini kongoi ak biik kora raia chekoimuch kobwa nyoko korabokwech ako kocherech. Amache awekchi kora biikab Tindret ale kongoi obwa eng chong'indo niton the 6th edition ak alechini kora governor so supportenech ak biik chebo area tugul konet lagokwak sikorwai ako noto that's why akine kiale ngakon teta kechiriet ak ng'ororiet eng biik namba 1 akoi namba 3 eng murenik ak tibik ko noto kiacher akine ale sikomuch konai kole angot kabatisiet komi rabinik ak ketesetai yoto maimuchi itailabat ibibai teta inyoru income.
Kanyor sukulitab Mumbi Primary School en county nebo Nyandarua toretet kobun kompunitab Safaricom nebo teksetab korik chelelach chekisomane, administration block, dining hall, ICT center koboto korik alak chekiboisie eng somanet kobun kibagengeitab M-Pesa Foundation ko kisuldae kokoisuldae Safaricom tetutienoto koboisie rabinik cheite silingishek milionishek 69 ole kosubkei ak ofisayat neo nebo kompuninoto Dr. Peter Ndegwa kobo komonut tetutik cheu choto kosubkei ak neikochin kipsomaninik kamuget nebo koityi somanet nebo barak neimuch kowal sobonwekwai. Tetutienoto ko agenge eng tetutik chetesetai kosuldae Safaricom kobun tetutiet nenaat kou Citizens of the Future program.
In M-Pesa and Safaricom Foundation tunasaidia mambo matatu: health, health, na kwa health tunafanya sana matano na child, health ya wanawake na watoto wadogo. So kwa hivyo I want, and I told the head teacher, and the head teacher knows this, I told him he needs to set a standard. Aseme hii shule ndi hapa tutakuwa na hii standard. Mimi nilienda Gaidedia primary, nikaenda high school. Mnajua nilienda high school wapi? Students, do you know where I went to high school? Nilienda Starehe Boys. Kutoka Gaidedia primary. Na haikuwa na facility kama hii. So you don't have any excuse for not learning well. Sindio? So the school will set a standard. Ile tutakuwa tukisema, this is a special school, it's a first class school, therefore we have to achieve this standard. Sindio?
Allow me to briefly share the history of Mumbi Comprehensive School. Mumbi Comprehensive School started in the year 1984 as a small community initiative. The school began with limited resources, few classrooms, inadequate learning materials, and growing number of learners. Despite these challenges, the community, parents, teachers remain committed to ensuring that our children receive education. The following head teachers have served the school since 1984. Mr. Mudhondio, Mr. Waitito, Mr. Kamande, Mr. Mukoma, Mr. Watene, Mr. Gekwa, Mr. Nganga, Mr. Gashau, Mr. Njuguna, Mr. Wamba, and Madam Royce, who is not with us and who has really played a very big role in the transformation that the school has undergone. Over the years, the enrollment increased steadily, stretching our facilities and resources. The need for proper infrastructure became urgent. It is at this critical moment that M-Pesa Foundation came in, listened to our needs, and worked with us. Today, we stand proudly in a well-structured, dignified learning environment.
Kwa education tumelaunch kitu, I think you may have seen a program tumelaunch inaitwa Citizen of the Future. Hiyo ndio program yetu ya education. Citizen of the Future will do 3 things. 1, tutajenga 100 schools, shule 100 every year for the next 5 years. Yeah, 100 schools. Kama hii Mombi Primary, si ndio? Hiyo ndio Citizen of Future, the first one. The second, tutakuwa na scholarship. Tutaanza na 250, alafu itaenda 500, itaenda 1000. Mwisho itakuwa 2000 per year for secondary school na Tibet for the next 5 years. Alafu mwisho tutatrain teachers kwa digital skills ili wasomeshe watoto wetu because all our kids are digital. So that is what M-Pesa Foundation is going to be doing with Citizen of the Future.
Eng logoiwek alak chitab Kalenjin kotindoi emetab Kenya besendo nebo rabinik cheite silingishek trillion 11.8 besenwogik chekotesokis eng kenyit konye eng kebeberta 10% anan 10%. Kong'ololi eng tuyet nekakiyai eng komasta nebo Westlands eng taonitab Nairobi eng karonetab rani, komwa Director General nebo kibagengeit netinyegei ak besenwogikab emoni Raphael Otieno kole yoe kit age tugul Kenya ak koker kole kakechuchuch besenwogik chetindoi mising ko kobun emotinwek chebo sang asikobit rabinik chekeboisie eng tetutikab bandab tai.
The amounts that we have for syndicated loans, something close to 300 billion only, Kenya shillings. 1.1 is bilateral, which is about 24.3%, and then the commercial is about 1.3. Out of that, 1 trillion is Eurobond. So we are only having about 300 billion in terms of other commercial, which includes the syndicated loans or the commercial that comes directly from other commercial banks. The debt service is still very high for this country, and it is something we need to deal with. And there are still those risks associated with public debt.
That we planned to have a fiscal deficit of 3.6%, but we ended up with 5.8%. So we should be asking ourselves, how did we land into a deficit that was not what we planned? People are coming to ask for money to buy additional vehicles. These are things that should have been foreseen, and we are having to borrow to finance them. Then there is the revenue side. Why are we failing to make the revenues that we planned?
The input subsidy for the agriculture sector, so that we can have food sufficiency in this country, food security. Programs to deal with irrigated agriculture. Instead of relying on rain-fed agriculture, we go into irrigation so that throughout the year, we do not have any time that even when there is drought, we are still importing food.
The pending bills, the government owes businesses a lot of money, both at the county level and at the national government level. So these payables need to go back to the citizens so that it can improve their spending power. And perhaps that is where the disconnect is coming in. That is why these auctions of businesses are coming in.
Akoyeta chitab Kalenjin kokakeilet nebo logoiwekab emet eng koindo eng saisiechu kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV. Logoiwek alak chebo emet eng koindo inyoru koite sait 1 nebo koskoleng ak eng sait 4 nebo kemboi. Kainenyu ko Bernard Koech, kokibotegei ak Naomi Cherotich eng kebeberta nebo kabarunoik. Amakun betut nemie, testai ikere Kass TV amu kimnatet night.